How's it going, everybody? Well, here's another business tip video, if you will. You know, when you have a business, you'll get these people coming in that want to sell you stuff, services, whether it's Comcast coming in and you already have internet, or it's a pay processor. Well, you're going to get a lot of those probably in time as your business is established in here and they learn about you being here because they're canvassing an area. We had this gal come in. She seems nice and what have you, and a fellow rider at that, a motocross rider. I'm not into tracks, as you know, but a motocross rider. And she works for this company called Taluspay. Taluspay is a payment processor. I was unsure, and then she came back when Aaron was here, and she kind of sold us on, okay, maybe we'll give it a try. $60 a month. And you have no payment processing fees. You don't pay 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. You pay $60 a month, and that is it. Luckily, I don't think, well, we did give our bank information now that I think of it, so that's something I'm going to have to watch out for. Hopefully they didn't try charging something. Just came to me that, yeah, we did give a voided check. Yeah, this ain't going well. So we told her we are using the Wix point of sale system and the Wix website. It all ties together with inventory. Are we ecstatic about Wix? No. Did we have an issue with Wix? Yes, it was resolved, and it was resolved satisfactory. Are we paying payment processing? Yeah, like anyone else, right? Would we like to save on that? Especially when you're selling electric bikes that cost $4,000, $5,000, $6,000? Sure, that's a lot we could pass on to our customers by saying, hey, you know, we're going to knock $100 off or $200 off because we wanted you to buy that bike today, and because we know we don't have a payment processor and we can take Visa, versus saying, well, if you pay us cash, we can work a better deal. You know, we can save you a little and split the difference sometimes. I mean, it all depends. Sometimes we do that, sometimes we don't. It all depends on the margins on the product we're selling. Anyways, this is Taluspay. So we got this box came in, Taluspay. I was like, what the heck is this? So I opened it up. I see this. Okay, this was on top. Take this off. And to note, we're not supposed to get any new equipment or anything. It's supposed to link with Wix. I'll get more into that here shortly. So I look, I'm like, receipt rolls? What's this? A terminal? What is this? We did not ask for this. We were told, oh, well, yeah, we integrate with Wix. You won't need equipment. Well, get this. She was supposed to come a couple days ago. She was supposed to show up the other day, and she had an emergency. I understand people have emergencies, so that was not a big deal. However, that gave me some time to research this more. And I went on Wix's site. It's not in their list of payment processors, which I had told them initially, and they were like, no, we checked, it works. Well, that's not true. So I decided to go ahead and chat with Wix because they have a live chat. So I chat with them and I said, maybe your list is old. They're saying it works. Does it? And they came back after a few minutes and after checking and said, no, it does not work. The only way you could do it is to manually do it offline, which means I guess we would still log it through our system and we could check that we're paying somebody that way, but we're using a different system to cover that. So that way everything is kept track on one area. I don't know. It sounds like a pain in the ass to me. So don't want to do that. Wix did say, would you like us to recommend to the higher ups that maybe Taluspay is a choice? And I said, yeah, sure. You know, because it does sound good. $60 a month. That's it. But yeah, nah, they're sending us equipment. Hopefully they didn't try billing for this. I did open this up and I see, you know, it's a package. Their whole thing is the American Homeless Veteran stickers. They can have that back, but there is a return. So we're going to be using that. We're going to be returning this. And they give you other stickers, right? Like, hey, you know, promotional stuff. and I guess a certificate saying that you support homeless veterans. We support veterans. I don't need to be putting a sign up saying I do. Yeah, I support people, I support riders, etc., etc. So we're going to be returning this. I'm documenting this because I have a feeling it's the type of company that might say, well, we never received the return. Yes, you are. You're getting this back. You're getting it how I found it. I will put the flap back in. I don't want your terminal that had fingerprints on the screen already. It looked like it was already used. Here's some information. So I'm going to put it back in here. That's how it came, just like that. Folder was on top like so. And I will package this back up. And I will have to rip off our label from here. You know, shipped here. And then I will affix this to here. And I might actually go ahead and leave a note saying we did not ask for this. We were told we wouldn't need equipment. I don't know why this was sent to me. And yeah, I'm going to actually send them this video too. You know, obviously, clearly, she didn't understand when I said I do YouTube videos. Must not have looked at the channel because I talk about people. So we weren't supposed to get equipment. It was supposed to be easily a feature we could select and add as a payment processor to our current Wix system. Some people might not like this, other people will. I'm indifferent, it works. That's how Aaron and I feel. If it works, it works. It accepts money. We can take cash. It has a drawer. It has a receipt printer. It has a pretty nifty, you know, you can dip it right there for the chip, or you can tap it right there. This is also wireless. I could actually unplug that. It doesn't have to be plugged in. I could also plug that into my phone. Through Wix, we can also accept payment through our phones, and we have, both of us have good phones. We can actually do tap to pay, so you could tap your credit card on our phone through the Wix app and pay. Say if we're at an event or something and we're selling merchandise, right? Or services even. We could then accept payment right through the app on the phone by just tapping it to the back of our phone. Or we can manually punch it in too. Could do it that way. So the lesson here is, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. There has to be a catch here, because why would you send me equipment? I forgot we sent or gave her a voided check and filled out some stuff, but I will go to the bank and make sure if something comes out, that will get reversed. We had to do that with Chase, with another sales system that we still have, because we took too long to return it because our sales guy was hard to get a hold of. Well, this at least came with a label. It is being returned right away because we didn't want equipment. So why do you send it Taluspay? I have no idea. So if you guys are looking at Taluspay, they're going to make you promises, like probably all payment processors do. And are those promises real? No, they're not. You promised we wouldn't need equipment. It would work with Wix. Doesn't work with Wix. I checked with Wix. It won't work with Wix unless we do offline, which is just having a second system that... then this would be like a second system. I don't want that. That's more confusing. So somebody comes in here and I have to juggle which system to use. Now, some of you might say, well, the bikes that are expensive, maybe you use that system for selling the bikes. Yeah, but a lot of people buy online, and right now we can do invoicing and et cetera, et cetera. So this would be what, spur of the moment. Somebody happens to walk in, and then I would pull this one out and say, okay, let's swipe your card because, you know, we'll go this route. That just gets too confusing. And then we're paying $60 a month for $60 a month. I don't know. Maybe it works for some people. There are a lot of complaints online through the Better Business Bureau. It does sound like Taluspay answers when there's complaints. Most of it's with the equipment and the POS systems that they sell or rent or whatever. Well, we don't want that. We didn't want a whole new system. That's too much work. A lot of work, especially for me. I'm one person here mainly. So I don't have time to put inventory into a whole new system. don't have that time. We're okay with paying the 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. It is what it is, you know, to do business. I'm not that upset about paying that because it is what it is. Other businesses pay the same thing. So I'm not that concerned. So watch out there if you're starting a business, you get these payment processors come around. Make sure you document like this. Do videos and stuff because we didn't want this. And that's what this video is for. Document and to educate other people that might be starting a business. Taluspay. Well, I thought that was going to be the end of the video. And guess what? I give them a call. I just looked up their number online. They're based out of Dallas, Texas. So I call them up. And guess what? They tell me, oh, well, looks like you were set up just for this PAX terminal. And that's it. I'm like, that's not what Jessica told us for Taluspay, who's representing Taluspay. She said this would work with our Wix. And she's like, oh, it looks like it's just for, I'm like, okay, well, I got everything wrapped up. I just need that RMA. I'll put it on the label, or I'll just slap the label on and just mail it back anyways, because we never asked for this. And she's like, oh, well, no, we have to talk to an account person, and that account person then can go through the closure procedure. I'm like, what the F? I'm like, I have, and I did. Customers had walked in. I'm like, I have customers here. I can't be sitting on the phone. And she's like, oh, well, you're going to have to go through that. We can give you a call back. And you know what that usually means with companies. They're not going to call me back to close an account. I'm like, I have an account. Like, I wasn't even aware because, well, I didn't ask for this equipment. That's not what the deal was about. So I would say avoid Taluspay. It's total BS. They say it's going to work with whatever you have. They're going to send you a freaking card reader. I already have a spare one of those from the Chase bank that we got burned on. That was our fault because we didn't return it soon enough, although it's kind of, it was the sales guy's fault because he kept leading us on and we got past the return date. That's why I'm acting on this really quick, because we don't want to pay for another POS system. We want to send it back and be done with it. So I'm probably going to call him back here. If I don't hear back in a little bit, I'm just waiting for Aaron to come in. Once Aaron comes in and we have somebody else here, so if somebody walks in, I'm not, you know, in the middle of trying to close an account and have a customer here. They don't need to hear all that. They don't need to wait for that. If we can help it, you know, being small, sometimes you can't help it. Once Aaron comes in, we're closing that account because I'm going to give him a call. I'm going to say, close it now. We don't want this. We didn't ask for this. And yes, I made a video and I'm going to make sure this gets out there. Watch out. Maybe they're good, but just don't lie to us. That's all we ask for. Don't lie to us. When we said we don't want to change our Wix equipment, and she said, oh, well, no, this works. You can change your processor, and be naive and new. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, I guess we can. And when I looked into it, no, we can't. They're not approved to work with Wix. And we're not moving from Wix because our website, inventory, everything's tied together. And we spent a lot of money. And at this point, we're going with that. I don't care how much money they try to, oh, you'll save so much money, this and that. Well, if you're just a payment processor and I can easily add you to our Wix account and you're the one handling the processing, knock yourself out, because right now, I forget if we use Stripe or whoever. As I was making this video, another update. Got a phone call from Taluspay. They did call back, so I will give them a thumbs up on that. I call it like I see it. They gave a call back. That was awesome. The guy said, yeah, we'll close the account. I told him what occurred. He gave me the RMA number for return, and just has to be returned within 10 days. I'm going to actually go do it right now. Get rid of it. You know, go drop it off at a drop center. And yeah, it's just, you know, just like I said, don't lie to us. Otherwise, it sounded like a good program, right? $60 a month and process credit cards. But you didn't ever say we needed equipment, and we specifically, repeatedly said, we do not want any other equipment. We are set with what we have. We like what we have. It's awesome, Jessica, that you're a motocross rider. It's awesome you could relate to us in the shop. What's not awesome is you say, yeah, no, it'll work with what you have. No, no, it doesn't. We thought this was a setting that you just change your payment processor, which I can do in Wix. I can pick a different one. Yours is not listed. Adding a second piece of equipment isn't making life easier for us. Even if it does say save you money, it's not making life easier. At this point, we don't do that many sales, and we factor in the 2.9% on something. It's just something you have to do. So we're okay with that. Just don't mislead people. That's not cool. I don't stand for it, and I will talk about it, because other people looking to open a business, just like us, as we're going, I'm going to be sharing, because it's going to let people learn. It's going to let people realize, like, somebody's going to come around and say, cheaper payment processing. Well, maybe say, I'll look into it, I'll research it, but don't sign anything, don't fill out anything, don't inquire about it. Furthermore, with them, give me your business card, any brochures you have, and I'll look into it myself. Anyways, I'm glad they seem somewhat stand up, and they're going to take this back. I hope this is the end of the story. We have no charges or anything. He said we wouldn't. He's closing it out because this is brand new. Like, I didn't even know we had an account number. Anyways, take care, stay well, stay safe. Oh, and one more thing, document returning stuff. Very important to do. We all have cameras and video cameras in our pocket called cell phones. Document. That way you can be like, this, I returned it all. It's in the box. Y'all take care, stay well, stay safe, my friends. Bye.